Python is a big language, and a single course can't possibly cover everything there is to know, but this course will serve you well as a solid foundation for really mastering Python. In this module, we'll give you a high-level overview of the Python language, what it is, and what's so great about it. We'll also give you a bird's-eye view of the rest of this course so that you'll have an idea of what's to come. First, what's so great about Python? Why do you want to learn it? There are lots of good answers to those questions. One is that Python is powerful. The Python language is expressive and productive. It comes with a great standard library, and it's the center of a huge universe of wonderful third-party libraries. With Python, you can build everything from simple scripts to complex applications. You can do it quickly, you can do it safely, and you can do it with fewer lines of code than you might think possible. But that's just part of what makes Python great. Another is that Python is wonderfully open. It's open source, so you can get to know every aspect of it if you want. At the same time, Python is hugely popular and has a great community to support you when you run into problems. This combination of openness and large user base means that almost anyone, from casual programmers to professional software developers, can engage with the language at the level they need. Another benefit of a large user base is that Python is showing up in more and more places. You may be wanting to learn Python simply because it's the language of some technology you want to use, and this is not surprising. Many of the most popular web and scientific packages in the world are written in Python. But for many people, these reasons take backseat to something more important. Python is fun. Python's expressive, readable style, quick edit and run development cycle, and batteries included philosophy mean that you can sit down and enjoy writing code rather than fighting compilers and thorny syntax. And Python will grow with you. As your experiments become prototypes and your prototypes become products, Python makes the experience of writing software not just easier, but truly enjoyable. In the words of Randall Munroe, "Come join us, programming is fun again." This course is broken up into 10 separate modules. The modules build on one another, so unless you've already had some exposure to Python, you'll need to follow them in order. We'll start with getting Python installed onto your system and orienting you a bit. We'll then cover language elements, features, idioms, and libraries, all driven by working examples that you'll be able to build along with the lecture. We're firm believers that you'll learn more by doing than just by watching, so we encourage you to run the examples yourself. By the end of the course, you'll know the fundamentals of the Python language. You'll also know how to use third-party libraries, and you'll know the basics of developing them yourself. We'll even show you how to package up your code to make it easier for others to use what you've written. The course modules are 1. Getting Started, where we cover installing Python, look at some of the basic Python tools, and cover the core elements of the language and syntax. 2. Strings and Collections, where we look at some of the fundamental complex data types, strings, byte sequences, lists, and dictionaries. 3. Modularity, where we look at the tools Python has for structuring your code, such as functions and modules. 4. Built-in types and the object model, where we examine Python's type system and object system in detail, and where we develop a strong sense of Python's reference semantics. 5. Collection types, where we go into more depth on some of the Python collection types, as well as introduce a few more. 6. Handling exceptions, where we learn about Python's exception handling system and the central role that exceptions play in the language. 7. Comprehensions, iterables, and generators, where we explore the elegant, pervasive, and powerful sequence-oriented parts of the Python language, such as comprehensions and generator functions. 8. Defining new types with classes, where we'll cover developing your own complex data types in Python using classes to support object-oriented programming. 9. Files and resource management, where we'll look at how to work with files in Python and where we'll cover the tools Python has for resource management. Finally, 10. Shipping working and maintainable code, where we'll show you how to use Python's testing, debugging, and code distribution facilities to produce code that works and can be used by others.